So this week's Come Follow Me reading is Exodus 1 to 6, and it's titled I Remembered My Covenant. So this is talking about the Lord remembering his covenant with Israel. We're going to learn about Moses and how he was called to be a leader, and how God provided support for him with his brother Aaron, and how Moses and Jesus Christ is similar in certain ways. So we're going to start off by looking at chapter 1. Exodus chapter 1. In Exodus chapter 1 basically talks about the children of Israel and how they were in bondage to Pharaoh. And if we go to verse 12, it says, But they were afflicted them the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And 14 says, And they made their lives with hard bondage in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field, and their service wherein made them serve as with vigor. So the Israelites, they were God covenant people, but they were still in bondage. So even though they were doing what they were supposed to do, they were still in bondage. They were being enslaved. So that goes to show that sometimes, even if we're doing all that we should be doing, we can still have challenges in our life. Heavenly Father still allows us to go through problems and disappointments to help us become stronger. So even though we're keeping the commandments, it doesn't mean that life will be easy for us. We won't have any challenges. So when the Father allowed these people to go through challenges, even though they were doing the things that He wanted them to do. Still in chapter 1, in verse 16 and 17, it says, And he said, When ye do the office of the midwife to the Hebrew woman, he see them upon the stools. If it be a son, then he shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God and did not, as the king of Egypt commanded, but saved men, children alike. So basically, Pharaoh commanded that all the baby boys that were born should be killed. But if it was a daughter, he should spare the daughters. Now, the midwives didn't want to kill the baby, so they disobeyed the Pharaoh. One of these babies that were going to eventually be born was Moses. So if we go to chapter 2, verse 3, it says, And the woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw him, he was a goodly child, and she hid him 3 months. So Moses' mother gave birth to a baby boy, and she had the baby for 3 months until it basically became too dangerous for her to have the baby without risking him getting killed. So she basically put the baby in a basket and basically put that basket on the river where she knew that someone would come along and find the baby. So Pharaoh's daughter came along with her maids, and eventually they found the baby. And Moses' sister was watching baby Moses, and eventually, when she saw that Pharaoh's daughter was willing to take the baby, she suggested that they should get a helper to take care of the baby. And Pharaoh's daughter agreed. So basically, Moses' mother was the helper. So she got to take care of her own baby without anyone knowing. So, from the story, we can see that the Lord protected Moses. And similar with Jesus Christ, when he was a baby, King Herod wanted to kill baby Jesus. So, Jesus and Moses is very similar in that way. When they were both babies, the kings at the time tried to kill them, but God protected them and provided the means that they could grow up safely. So, Heavenly Father is always watching over us, no matter how young we are, how old we are. He is always looking out for all of His children, not just the ones that are going to be prophets in the future or the ones that are going to be great leaders. So, one of the main reasons why the Lord raised up Moses was to deliver Israel. So, Moses, like most of us, didn't think that he could do such a great task. He felt inadequate, just like most of us when we're asked to do something. We don't feel that we're capable, but through God, all things are possible. Just as it says in Exodus chapter 3 to 4, the Lord gives power to His servants. So, Heavenly Father always provides someone to help us, or He gives us everything that we need over time. Moses didn't feel that he could speak eloquently to the people, so Heavenly Father provided his brother Aaron to be a spokesperson for him. So Heavenly Father always provide help for us when He gives us a task to do. So we can always look forward to His help.